Hello and welcome to a bit of a special video episode of EVs and Beyond. Thank you for joining us on the YouTube channel today. We've got something pretty exciting, I guess specifically for those people who have purchased a BYD Atto 3 or are looking at buying a BYD in the future. Was that there would be app connectivity coming, and it has got a little bit closer to arriving. Now on Saturday I received a link from BYD to a beta version of their app, and I've downloaded that. I've been playing with it for a few days. I've tried it on both iPhone and Android. I'll show you around what it is that you can do with this app. Now, just be aware, this is still in beta. It isn't perfect as yet, but I think it does a little bit more than I think a lot of us expected it to. It's certainly an interesting layout. It will look familiar a little bit, I guess, to other brands out there, but I think some of the implementations are quite interesting and pretty cool. So if I'm going to bring up the screen recording just here, so we have the login screen here. Now the registration process is pretty simple. You click to register, you provide a email address and the details of your vehicle, and then you get a emailed confirmation back from BYD. You do need to have the current software or the latest update done to your vehicle for this to work, and you also need to have a updated SIM card in your car. So if you've got the new SIM card, not one of the early cars here, if you've been to the dealership, had your SIM card swapped, you're getting your 2 gigabytes a month from February, then your car is going to be pretty much ready to go for this when it arrives. So we've gone to the app, we've opened that. Now, once you're in here, you first have to register. Now, to register, you go in and you provide an email address that's been attached to your vehicle. They send you back a confirmation, and once that's registered, you set a username and a password based off that email address and sign in. Now, what I've found so far is you can only have one phone signed into the account at a time. It's unclear whether you can have more than one account per car. I'm sure we'll get answers to this as things go further down the track. So we're going to sign in there. I won't show you the guides that part of the process because it might give away my password, and we log in. Now, the car is actually in the garage next to me, plugged in and charging, so you'll see there that immediately we get to see an outline of the car, we get to see the vehicle charging, the status of that charge, and the time remaining on that charge, and the available range. This was last updated at 7:03, so about now. Now on the screen here, you will see we have a whole pile of options that can be swiped up. So we have a lock the car, and we're going to lock the car. Now you do actually have to set a operation password, but you only have to do that once in a while, luckily. And there you go, locking successful. I've been driving a lot of German cars lately, and particularly Ford with the Ford Pass app. They are not instant. You have to hold the button for a while, and then you have to wait for it to happen, and it can take a little bit of time. You can, of course, unlock the car. You can honk the horn. Hopefully you heard that through the microphone there. It honks 3 times and then stops. 4 times. 5 times. You can also see the status of the doors and the windows. So if we go in here, you can see that all our doors and windows are currently closed. Now, if they are down, you can hit the button there to raise them. Now, also we can go into the seats and we can put on the heated seat. And the heated seat is on. Also check the tire pressure. Not entirely sure why you really need to see the app. I'm sure you can see it in the car. Now, to me, what I think is the biggest feature of this app is its control over the air conditioning and the vehicle as a whole. So you can go into here and you can set the air conditioning, cool the car, just confirm that. And that's going to turn the car on. So you can go in and suggest that you want to turn the AC on at 8:20 tonight and hit save. You can check the more settings here. We can set to keep it on for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, all up to 30. We go okay, and the car is now set. That'll turn it on at 8:20 and keep it on for half an hour, which is really perfect. So we'll save that there. Now you can only schedule it up to 24 hours in advance. You also know what the outside temperature of the car is there as well. Now, one of the things that's a big key for this app for now is that if we go back to the main screen and you realize the AC's on, now that's the car actually running. And when I say running, I mean running. You can jump in the car and drive away. So, while I'm not sure this is going to stay exactly this way by the time the app goes live, you should make sure that the car is locked before you start the air conditioning, as far as I'm concerned. Because theoretically, if you were in a building and you turn the air conditioning on, the car was unlocked, your car is then there for someone to take. But it means that you can operate the vehicle now with your phone and without the key. Say you want to go for a drive, you didn't have your key with you, or you didn't have your card with you. You could theoretically go and start the car by pushing the air conditioning button. There's no outright turn the car on button there, but that's essentially what it does, and I do wonder whether they'll polish that a little bit more before they put this out to market.
Right, so what does this look like in kind of real practice? Well, I'll bring the phone up there, hopefully you can see the screen. The horn. Now, the car is already unlocked, so if we go and jump in, and we power on the air conditioning, saying the vehicle has started, and that's there. And the question is whether we can now drive this car. And put this car in reverse, and it is more than happy for me to drive it away without a key or a card present. I'll turn this off so you can hear me. See, that's me turning the air conditioning off manually there. Seems to be no impedance to us driving. So we're driving with no key, no card. We're just all underway using the BYD app. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to drive forward very slowly, crawl up my driveway, and I'm going to turn the car off. And let's see if that does anything. Nope, it's refusing to turn off because we're driving. I'll put my... Let's try that again. So let's creep forward again. Power off the air conditioning. And it just says that it's failed. So it seems that once you're underway, the app can't turn the car off, which I would suggest is actually a really good thing.
Now, one thing to be very aware of is that this is not a Bluetooth key like Tesla has. This relies on cell phone coverage. So if you're in an area with no cell phone coverage, you aren't going to be able to unlock your car and you aren't going to be able to start your car. But you do need to make sure you still have a key or the card with you if you intend to go down this route, at least in the early days of the app. Now, there are a few other little things that we will try here. If we go into the account, you can put details of the vehicle. We've got the VIN there, we've got our mileage, and you put the license plate in. Now we have all sorts of requirements here for sending messages. Now this doesn't seem to work at this point, but it can notify theoretically when starting charging, when stopping charging, when the doors or trunk are left open. Also when there's a notification of when the AC or when the AC is turned on or off, and a reminder of when the AC has turned off automatically. So look, what have we got so far? We have what I think is a pretty functional app. It works really well, it's smooth, I haven't found any major bugs there yet. I do have some questions around the whole vehicle powering on thing. I suspect it would be better if the vehicle automatically locked when it was powered on by the app, and I would hope that BYD does that before it goes live. But other than that, I think this is a first good beta test. Got to strongly point out that this is a beta test and BYD app. So thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like, subscribe down below, and check out our other great videos here. Check out our road trip with the LDV ME9 that we've launched over the last couple of weeks. Go back to some of our older MG stuff, and we'll bring you a lot more from the EV world on EVs and beyond.